Greetings and salutations, guys and girls. It's the Off-Grid Warrior, and some of you may be wondering, what the hell is going on? Well, I am in the trusty hammock, and I'm sorry if I look a little weird right now. It's hard for me to see where the actual lens is pointing. Right now, I'm at about 5,700 foot, pretty much on the Idaho and Montana border, and hanging in the hammock. I'm testing, before we hit winter here, I'm testing the brand new OneTigris DOUBLE Underquilt which has arrived. And some of you may have watched my previous video where I picked up the regular sized underquilt made by OneTigris and wasn't completely happy with how it fitted the Hennessy hammock. You can watch my previous video on it. I'm not going to rehash it. It was definitely warm, but it didn't fit the hammock very well. So I thought, let me try the double wide. Maybe that would be better. And so that's what I have on the hammock tonight. It is the first time trying it. And we're in a good test environment. The temperature now is about 46 degrees. I know this because I have my trusty little weather measuring and temperature device there, and 46 degrees, and there's a nice little breeze blowing, and every now and again it pipes up and gets pretty windy, which is a great test for a hammock underquilt. Some of you who have camped like this know that when the wind pipes up and if it's cold and it's hitting the underside of your hammock, not very comfortable. So good test tonight. Right now I'm in my sleeping bag, in my bivvy, and like I said, the underquilt is on. It feels pretty good. Definitely a little more roomier than that regular sized one. Feels a little more comfortable, not as taut on the underside. So tonight will be a good test. Right now, I'm just ready to get all cozy. I hiked out here this evening in the pitch dark, and I haven't quite seen the beautiful lake that's next to us. I have been up here before though. I know what it looks like, but I didn't get to see it tonight. It was pitch dark, which is always fun. If you guys haven't hiked, backpacked in the middle of nowhere, up on a mountain in pitch dark, you should try it. Highly recommend it. Whole different sort of thing. Anyways, let me get all cozied up now and get some shut-eye, and we'll take a closer look at how this double wide OneTigris Underquilt fits the Hennessy. We'll take a look at it tomorrow. So, nighty-night. Definitely windy. Well, good morning, and that is the view. I haven't quite yet got out of the hammock. Just woke up about 10 minutes ago, and I've been avoiding getting out of the hammock. You know that feeling when you're nice and cozy and you know it's freezing cold outside? Well, not quite freezing yet, but cold. You don't really want to get out of your little slumber pad. Anyways, last night was an interesting evening. Very windy, and this rainflower was just flapping around like a madman. Temperatures last night throughout the evening were around about 45. This morning I woke up, checked the temperature, it was 42. But I'm guessing with the way the wind was howling last night, the wind chill factor we're probably just riding under 40 degrees. Really good test environment for the underquilt. So getting to the underquilt, I must say I'm pretty impressed. Worked really well. This wider OneTigris is definitely more suitable for the Hennessy hammock. I had no issues with temperature issues on the underside. The only cold that I could feel was the ambient temperature above my chest and above on the top side of my body. Yeah, really quite pleased with the underquilt. There's a couple things I'd maybe like to look into modifying, and if we head inside and talk about those, maybe it'll make a little more sense. The good news is, if you watched my previous video, you know that my biggest complaint with the regular sized underquilt and this hammock was the fact that I couldn't sleep off center like this. See, I'm actually not laying down the center line right now. I can sleep off center, and this allows me to sleep the flattest in this hammock. So I did not have a problem doing that last night. What I did notice though is that this underquilt is so wide that it actually bags up on the underside of the hammock. There's a lot of sort of hanging quilt that could actually be brought up higher on these edges. I'd like to figure out some way to do that. Right now the underquilt, for instance, is sitting right over here. Hopefully you guys can see that. And there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to get it up here. It's just the nature of things, unfortunately. It's gravity and it's just sagging at the bottom. Also over here, take a peek down here. The underquilt is here right now, and there's plenty of space or fabric in this underquilt. It's wide enough to be stretched up to the top on either side. So I need to figure out a way to kind of get the underquilt to cup this hammock a little bit better. I have some ideas on that. We'll take a look when we get outside, but other than that, no complaints at all. It was really nice and warm and cozy last night. You can feel the distinct temperature difference just where, if I put the back of my hand on the side of the hammock here where there is no underquilt, and then put it over here, there's a distinct difference in the temperature that I'm feeling. So yeah, underquilt's doing a great job. So I'm going to freshen up a little bit, you know, put my beautiful face on, and get back in front of the lens, and we'll take a look at what the underquilt looks like from the outside. Not a bad view. Right now, before we do anything more with the hammock, I'm going to get some breakfast going. Got the little trusty MSR hand pump over here. I'm going to get some water, fill the water bottles up, and get breakfast going. Right now, once again, I forgot my gloves. Seems to be a habit of mine lately. Hopefully I don't do that as we get more into winter. I don't want to be forgetting my gloves for sure. Yeah, and don't ask me why I'm the only guy out here probably wearing short pants today. Apparently I have a thing for short pants. And the occasional bad decision. So, I'll just stay warm right now. Enjoy a cup of coffee once the water's boiled up, and yeah, hit the trail. Okay, so got some breakfast in the belly, hands still freezing. Seems to be my theme every time I do a video now. I'm talking about my hands getting cold, so I've got to remember to bring my gloves. We're getting into that time of the year now where it's essential. Okay, so before I pack up and hit the trail, I thought I'd point out a couple issues. I did mention early on in the video that I felt the underquilt was bagging a little too much on the underside. And what I realized is I had this carabiner over here clipped onto just one of these bungees. And it was allowing the underquilt to ride a little lower on this end, creating that bag of skin hanging at the bottom, shall we call it. So now that I've got it on both bungees over here, it's a little tauter and higher up on this end, and it seems to be riding a little bit better. Okay, so let's take a look and see how this underquilt reacts and how this shape changes when I get in here. Got to get the boots off, you know. Can't dirty up the inside of my house. There we go. Closed up. And right now I'm actually laying diagonally like you should in hammock, nice and comfy. I can feel the underquilt is riding nice and high, which is great. It's right up to the edge over here, and there's not too much sag at the bottom. There's a little bit of loft that's created. It's not too taut. It's not compressing so much that it's not going to create a loft and trap heat, so that's good. A little bit of sag, and I really like this. I think it's going to work out well. Looking forward to giving it a try when it's really cold, not just pseudo cold. But yeah, right now I'm going to pack this puppy up. It looks like we might get some rain and hit the trail. Like I say, right now it's about 40 degrees, the temperature's dropping. I see we're going to get some rain, so we need to get this packed up and get out of here. But really, I'm looking forward to trying this underquilt in winter, in the real cold stuff, and I'll be sure to let you guys know what that's like. Actually, I'll probably take you along on those little trips. But if you have any comments, any ideas, any thoughts on what you saw in this video, yeah, let me know about what your setup is. Let's get a conversation going. Feel free to drop that in the comments. Also, if you liked this video and got anything out of it, guys, please smash that like button. I appreciate it. Until next time, happy hanging, and thanks for watching. Cheers. Just in case you guys were wondering how this underquilt packs up and what size it is, well, that's kind of how big it is or small it is, depending on how you look at it. This is the exact same underquilt in its compression sack and compressed, so you can see not massive, not tiny either, but there you go. I'll put it next to my head so you can see just how big it is. My head's not that big, right?